Good morning. You meet me outside again on this beautiful sunny day, and the sun is actually warm, which is great. And today the wheel sensor has turned up, which is the ABS sensor, which I'll get out of the box now. This is the box it comes in, made by Intermotor. This is the sensor on the end. That's the plug that goes in the other side. What I've got to do is take the wheel off, jack it up. Yeah, basically take the wheel off, jack it up, and this cover under here I've got to take off, because underneath there is where the sensor plugs in, and on the back of the wheel here is where the sensor actually fits. So first job, crack the nuts off, get the locking wheel nut off, and get it jacked up on the jacking point. Gives you a workout in the morning. Right, let's get me the ratchet and spin them off. There is the sensor. I'm just taking out now, out of the hub, which is a Allen key bit, which is one of these. Where are we? There. That takes the bolt out of the sensor, then you can pull the sensor out, and there's the old one, and it's clipped on there, then it goes up round under here. So that's what I've got to do next. I'm going to put that bolt over there safe, and then attempt to take this off. Hope nothing breaks. There's the old sensor removed. It goes into that plug there, and then it fits in that little black box there to keep it tidy and clean. So I've just got to route it back in, and that should be that, hopefully. Then just got to clear the codes, give it a test drive. So I've got my new one here, which I shall put back in now. So let's start with the bottom bit. There's the new sensor. That pops into that hole there. That Allen bolt goes in there and gets nipped up. I think they're about 7 foot-pounds, but I've not got a torque wrench that small, so basically it's a nip. Don't over tighten them because they'll just break. Leave the protective end on till we've fed it where it needs to go, which is up through here, I believe it was. Is it up through there? No, not up through there. That will get pinched. Oh, and the protective ends just fell off anyway. Right, it comes up over the top of here. It plugs into that hole there, which is like a rubber grommet thing, so I'm going to have to bang that in. Otherwise that ain't going to go in, is it? Yep, she's in. Into there. It then goes into this clip here, next to the brake wear sensor, clips into there. It then goes up the top there and clips in then into there, so I'll have to get that in the best I can now. Alright, oh. My knees are getting too old for this. 50 this year, unbelievable. Don't know where the years have gone. Right, into there, and that clips over the top of that. That then goes into that, like that, and that clips into that box there. Get you in there, up in here. Let's move my tool so I don't kick them flying. Once that's in the box, that clips over the top. Then, it's quite a quick job. These two 8mm go back in to hold the cover on. Luckily I didn't have to take the whole cover down, because sometimes that could be a pain to get back into place. But I will be taking it down in the spring, so I want to clean off under here and give it a good wax oil in to protect it for the future. Basically, we're ready to put the wheel back on. So all in all, it's taken about 20 minutes. And you take that to a garage and have it done, and they'll probably charge you about £150 to do that job. And you can see how simple it was. It was literally simple, just pull it out, pop it out, push it in. Simple as simple could be. But you know what garages are like? They want to charge you the earth for nothing. That's why I'm glad I can still do all this on my own. Right, put the mahoosive wheel back on. Whew. Lined up. These weigh a ton. Not light. I think the jack needs to go up slightly. Get that back on. Anyway, I'll get back to you once I put the wheel on. So I'll be fiddling around for ages. Now, I'm going to clear the codes now. Underneath there in the darkness is a little catch you pull down, and you put this lead into the OBD reader. You can just see the flap fell down there. It's up there, it's a bit dark, so you probably won't get to see it, but that plugs into there. And then this end goes into the top of the R-Car Soft. And what we're going to do, as it's in, it should have alright. Oh, get it in, that is. There you go, it's turning on now. And what we want is diagnostics. So we go enter, Jaguar or Land Rover. We're Land Rover. You then pick what one it is. We've got Defender, Discovery, Discovery Sport, Freelander, Range Rover. It's got Range Rover Evoque and Range Rover Sport. So we are Range Rover, and we are 2002 to 2005. Then we go Smart Scan, and it will scan all the 30 different ECUs and systems and tell us if we've got any faults. That is scanning now. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, nearly there. Now we go ABS, because that's where we had a fault before. Read fault code. Right wheel speed sensor open circuit. So we go back, clear the fault. Fault code and freeze data information will be erased. Enter. Erase. Operation done. And that is it. That is all you do. Now we can disconnect this. And that is the fault gone, hopefully. Take it for a test drive to check, but that should be it. So I'll get back to you. Hello everyone, I'll get back to you in a bit. I'll put you on the dashboard and we will see. Okay, and we're off. No warning lights so far. Fingers crossed. Looking good so far. Before now, the fault has cleared. You get this far up the road, then it'll come back. I'm hoping that is job done. It's certainly driving a lot better anyway, because as soon as them lights come on, you do get a bit of hesitation with it. Because obviously it's a speed sensor and it's sun's bright today. It's obviously sensing the wheel speed as well as the ABS and traction control and whatnot, but so far so good. Because what I always do, even though I've changed that sensor, I'll keep the old sensor because there can be faults in other places, as in the ECU or the wiring going to it. So I always keep the old sensor just in case it wasn't the sensor that was at fault, if you know what I mean. But so far it's looking like it was. And like I say, being able to do these jobs yourself saves you a hell of a lot of money. That sensor was £21 for the sensor. I know I spent 135 on the diagnostics, but that's going to cover everything, or every conceivable fault that I might get with the car anyway. So, and as far as I'm concerned, that's, you know, a couple of jobs that's paid for itself, because that would have cost 40-50 quid to have it diagnosed. Then I'd have had to put it in the garage to have it done. There'd have been about another 100 quid plus the part, and they'd have probably said, oh, the part was 50 quid or more. So doing what I've just done, I've saved myself all that money already. And she's driving beautifully again. Suspension's levelled itself out now as well, because when you jack these up, because it's air suspension, the air suspension adjusts itself to whatever you've jacked it to. So when I first got in it, one side was up, one side was down, so I always put it flat down to access height, and then as you drive along, when you get up to 30 miles an hour, it goes to normal height. But so far so good. I'll take it for a quick whiz up round the town, and yeah, I will get back to you shortly and let you know. So far so good. And yes, Madonna is fixed. I've just done about 10 miles in her now, and no sensors, no warning lights or anything for sensors have come up, so she's 100% fixed and healthy again, which I'm quite glad about actually, because they reckon that we might have snow coming, maybe end of January, beginning of February, and obviously if them lights are on, I've got no traction control, and I've also got no low range gearbox if I need it. So, not that I've ever had to put one of these into low range. Even the older Range Rovers, I've always had them in high range in the snow and they've been fine, but you never know. It's always nice to have everything tip top and working perfect. Okay, so please like, subscribe, share with your friends, tell everyone about it. Any jobs you need doing, if you're near Kent and you're near me, give me a message. I'll give you a hand, not a problem, anytime. Thank you very much everyone for watching, and I will catch you later.